Hey there, guys. First of all, I want to point out that I'm not very good at commentaries, so just bear with me here. But I probably won't do them much just because I'm not very good at them. But I decided the commentary would probably be the best for this video. I want to apologize that the montage isn't out yet. I know you guys have probably been waiting patiently, but I just been busy and whatnot. So basically, I just need to start editing the stuff now. Then it'll be done. I hope it'll be done within a week, maybe even under a week if I start working on it a lot more, but yeah, I'll try to get that done for sure. Anyway, back to the main point of the video. What do you guys think went wrong with Halo 4's Flood? Things that have definitely affected Flood is the abilities, mainly the thruster pack, a different 4-shot headshot magnum, sword lunges, and more recently a new game type called Hivemind. So I'm going to start with the thruster pack. Personally, although I'm glad that this ability does somewhat balance out the strength of the Flood, it's overall confusing and annoying to deal with as a human. It's actually made it so confusing and annoying that you're actually better off being last man standing, mainly because you don't want more than 2 Flood with thruster packs on you. And then you have the 4-shot headshot magnum. I actually kind of support this. The maps in Halo 4 Flood are too big to allow 1-shot headshots, if that makes sense. Take a map like Complex. It's widely open and it'd be incredibly easy to just headshot Flood on top of the roof on the center of the map. Now, there's also an issue with this. The Magnum is basically considered pointless because it lacks a good amount of ammo. From what I know, there's no way to get more Magnum ammo while playing Flood. And sure, it can actually be a decent weapon when you're last man standing due to the damage increase you get, but what does that matter when you have more than a few Flood using their thruster pack to get you? On to another small topic, the lunge distance that Flood have. Once again, I'm glad that 343 tried to balance out the whole Flood vs Spartan balance issue, but the lunge distance is so long that it's almost hard to gain time to shoot the Flood before you get killed. I've also noticed that inaccurate bull truths can be a lot more destined to happen than related to Halo Reach's bull true issue. And lastly, I'm going to mention Hivemind. I remember the hype for it before it was released. Unfortunately, when it was released, there were a few issues that caused people to be pretty upset. But now that they've restored the accurate Hivemind settings, let's talk about present Hivemind. Alright, so I'll start this off by saying that out of a few reasons, I think a huge one was that 343 released Hivemind to actually represent one of the awesome things that Living Dead and Halo Reach offered, the amazingly high amount of kills that you can get in one game. However, this isn't always good, and the way that Hivemind portrays it is incredibly ridiculous. To get an amazing high amount of kills in Hivemind, you almost always have to go for last man standing position because you become overpowered, whereas in Halo Reach's Living Dead, you can still get a great amount of kills as non-last man standing. This also goes towards the Flood situation in Hivemind. The Flood and Hivemind are very unbalanced when it comes to trying to defeat the last man standing. Sure, you can be a sneaky Flood and try to crouch behind the last man standing, but how are you going to do that if they're cornered with no place to go behind them? This isn't always the case, but I see it a lot and it's definitely unfair. Overall, being the Flood in Hivemind is generally boring and unbalanced. Also, being a non-last man standing human is pretty boring too if you don't get a good power weapon to help you out. Good luck killing that Flood who just popped out of nowhere with that assault rifle of yours. Of course you can just quickly pummel the Flood after they lunge at you, but you're probably going to have trouble killing the second Flood that comes after you right when you kill the first Flood. So my questions are, 1. What would you change to the Flood playlist to make it better? 2. Do you like Hivemind? 3. Do you like Flood? 4. Do you like the Flood and Hivemind maps? Simply put your answers in the comments. Anyway guys, I just wanted to share my thoughts on the Flood situation. I'm also curious to know what you guys think about Halo 4's Flood and Hivemind. If there's anything that you don't agree with me on, I'd like to know why, because maybe I am looking at it wrong. Please tell your friends about this video, as more people will be needed to get through to 343 Industries. If you haven't already seen Living Dead Nation's video about Halo 4's Flood, I'll be linking that in the description later on. There are some great comments in there. Anyway, thanks so much for watching the video guys, and I hope to see some awesome comments.